Have you with us? This is Paul Henry on a Tuesday morning. Economic Development Minister Stephen Joyce and SkyCity CEO Nigel Morrison are holding a conference at the moment to give an update on the planned SkyCity Convention Centre. A new design was requested after the previous plan blew out to $130 million above estimates. Tony Fields at SkyCity and joins me now. Tony, morning to you.
Paul.
So many people have turned up, obviously, some of them prepared to be critical of a new reduced quality design. You've seen the new design. You've heard what they've got to say about it. How does it look?
Yes, well, look, the briefing got underway just a few minutes ago, and SkyCity's Nigel Morrison says it is a slightly smaller scale design, but he says he's delighted with it. He says it retains all those key aspects of the original design. I can tell you that the floor space will be 32,000 square metres. Now, how does that compare with the previous design? Originally 38,000 square metres, reduced down to 32,000 square metres. They'll be able to host 3,150 people for a single conference, or split it into two conferences, 1,200 delegates each.
Okay, so they've obviously decided that they don't want to lose any of the functionality, but they had to lose some of the cost. Are they saying that essentially they still have the same functionality that the original design had?
Yeah, they say basically what they've done away with is some of the less essential parts of it. They say it's, quote, streamlined and more flexible, although it is interesting, they are still going to have added costs that SkyCity itself is going to have to bear with this project.
Okay, this is interesting, because obviously the reason this came about is SkyCity said, look, it's ballooned out by $130 million more. Will the government chip in? Originally, John Key indicated that maybe the government would consider it. The backlash was huge. John Key said, we won't consider it. Now presumably SkyCity, from what I understand, is saying, look, it is still going to balloon out, not by as much, but we'll suck up the extra cost.
That's right. They say that they've agreed to that original contracted value of $402 million, but that's going to increase to $430 million. That's mainly because of the relocation of the future hotel development from Wellesley Street to Hobson Street. But they say that in all likelihood, they expect the total cost of developing the facility is going to be somewhere between $450 and $470 million, well above that original $402 million. SkyCity will bear that cost.
All right. Now, some critics I know were preparing for artists' images of this International Convention Centre to come out today so that they could critique it and say it looked like something that came out of a communist state. It actually looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah, my first glance at it, and this design is from very well-known architects, Warren and Mahoney. It does look, at first glance, it looks very good. In fact, at my first glance, it looks very in keeping with the original design. Yeah. So I think that when they say they're delighted with the result, I think they can genuinely say that.
Well, there's a message to all of us, even if we're doing just a little extension at home, don't take the first quote. You can have something that looks just as good and you can cut hundreds of millions off the cost. All right, Tony, thank you very much for that. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. That's Tony Field there at SkyCity.